Root Rider VALK spam may be the strongest attack strategy in the game, but can it get even stronger with the Spiky Ball? Today we're going to do some live attacks, and you can make up your own mind which you think is better. Before we get into the live attacks, I want to show you two replays, one of which shows that the Spiky Ball is better, and one which shows the Rage Vial is better, so we can get a better understanding of when to use each. So I've put my second Overgrowth down in the core now. This attack is not looking that great at the moment, but what I want you all to focus on is the core of this base. Notice it isn't that compact. It still is a little compact, but there isn't a lot of splash damage, and obviously the Rage Vial amplifies the value that the Gauntlet gets with the splash damage. And anytime it's super compact, I would recommend the Rage Vial, but I want you to have a look at the work the Spiky Ball can put in here. So yeah, this hit is not looking good at all. I'm waiting for the Queen to get rid of the CC building here, and then we're going to watch this Spiky Ball. So it's going to go off any second, and look at the damage it does. So my Spiky Ball is not maxed, it's level 20, but look at the damage it does to everything in the core. Now, obviously, you see here, the Rage Vial would have been better to get through the wall more quickly, but I've got a Rage spell at the end. You're always saving a Rage spell at the end of your Root Rider VALK spam hits. So, may as well use it on the King. There was no better spot to use it anyway. And then have a look at this. Because the Inferno got weakened by the Spiky Ball, the Phoenix is going to finish it off here. Now, some of you might think this would have been a triple with the Rage Vial. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I just would have died in the Town Hall poison, but weakening the Ricochet Cannon and the Multi-Inferno on the backside of the Town Hall enabled me to get the 3-star. Inversely, let's have a look at this core here. Super duper compact, and I don't think there's any real argument here. If you get a core this compact, the Rage Vial is better. Essentially, if you get insane Gauntlet value, then bring the Rage Vial because it amplifies the Gauntlet, right? It gets the most out of it. The Rage Vial does do more than a simple Rage spell. But if in like the last attack there is an insane Gauntlet value, then the Spiky Ball definitely has a place. Now, something you may not know about the Spiky Ball is one of the passive stats, I'm going to pause it right now, is it adds, well, at level 20, which is what I've got it adds 2,500 extra hit points. So if I was running the Rage Vial here, my King ability would have already popped. That's not 2,500 hit points there. Now, with the Rage Vial, you do get the health on recovery, whereas the Spiky Ball doesn't. So it ends up about the same, but with the Spiky Ball, you can delay your King ability so much later. So my Gauntlet here, it probably still would have made it to the core of the base, but maybe not taken it all out. So King doing his thing, and have a look. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a cool ability, but it didn't even hit the Town Hall there. It mainly took down Builder Huts and damaged the Poison Tower. So it was kind of wasted on that one. You see the RC comes in on the back end because the Spiky Ball was not able to weaken all of that. So you see two case studies here. One for Spiky Ball, one for Rage Vial. Let's go out into Legends League though and do some live attacks. Now, I'm bringing in basically the most simple Root Rider spam army. If you want the stronger ones, you'll bring a few Super Barbs with it, like 4 to 8 of them to help funneling and pushing everything inside. But this is a really simple one for you all, and it only requires one Super Troop. Same with the spell comp, really simple. So what are we going to do? By the way, we do have the football on there. So we're going to put the Siege Barracks on one side, then like 2 Root Riders and 3 VALKs on the other. I don't even have a skeleton spell. Maybe I should bring a skeleton spell with this army. So we get the King down. Hopefully the Root Riders open up the wall. We're going to get down all the Headhunters here. Get them in the Warden ability because they're going to completely wreck these heroes. And we use a Rage spell as well. Essentially, this whole experiment, the first half of the attack is going to be rather pointless. Because we're kind of trying to see how good the Spiky Ball is, more so than how good Root Rider spam is. But I know a lot of you like this army, so hopefully you can get something out of it. This isn't necessarily 100% the best way to use it, but it's definitely the easiest way to use it, in my opinion. I might make the Eagle visible on the next one, because do I leave the Town Hall? Nah, well, we're going to make the Eagle visible. Yep, King's going to come back. RC's supporting the weaker flank, making sure that they all don't get wrecked. King's doing good work. One thing we didn't even talk about with the what is it, the Spiky Ball, is you do get the extra DPS. For me, it's an extra 54 DPS over the Rage Vial, because they both add DPS, but yeah, the Spiky Ball just adds a whole lot more. Is there a cleanup building I need to get? Yeah, we can put the headhunter there. The Spiky Ball does a lot more DPS. So during the attack, during just the normal part of this, the Spiky Ball is better. Now let's have a look. I mean, I think that's better than the Giant Gauntlet here. What was the Giant Gauntlet gonna do? Everything was behind walls anyway. We completely wrecked this base. Obviously, this army is amazing, so you're gonna wreck most bases, but I think you can make a case that the Spiky Ball is definitely better there, but I think you can also make a case that it doesn't matter which hero equipment you use with this army because it's insanely overpowered. Here we go. This surely has to be an anti-Root Rider base with the double Rage Towers and not much overgrowth value in the middle. Now, the big weakness for me here is I don't know what I'm doing with this army, which is a pretty big weakness. Do I go straight? Maybe I go straight into the Eagle and offset my overgrowth on the bottom side and go more straight through the top side. I guess we'll see. I want to let that Siege Barracks clear out a proper funnel. You'll see why in a second, because I want to be able to path stuff to the Eagle, but I can't do that. Alright. Not a bad sort of funnel to start here. I reckon we can just rage this. We don't need the Warden ability just yet. Where are the heroes? Oh. Not bad. Really not bad. Okay. Let's do that. Where's the defensive CC? Is it wrecked already? I can't even see it. Oh, there's the Ice Golems. No, Warden, I need you up front. I need you up front. Oh, this looks so wrecked. What the hell? Since when am I good with this army? This should not be a thing. If Hooked is getting good at spam, you know the game's in trouble. Get all of that yet again. RC on the bottom side. I don't see a defensive hero up, so you're on cleanup duty, Headhunter. You missed the spring trap. Respect to you. I mean, maybe I picked the wrong army. Ladies and gentlemen, it's possible I picked the wrong army. You can triple bring the Earthquake boots with this army at this stage. But let's just take it for what it's worth. Let's say that this was close here. Like, have a look at this Spiky Ball. Oh, I can't show it if he's not going towards the core. Have a look at it. Weakens everything in there. And then I've got the Rage spell for my King anyway, as you should. Now, I probably could have put the Rage spell down more for the Root Riders, but regardless of whether I had... let me get rid of the Wall Breaker. Regardless of whether I had the Rage Vial on or not, I probably would have put the Rage spell there, so it's not compromising me on the Rage spell, but I'm getting the extra damage in to make the final part of the base easier to take down. I'm hoping at some point I execute this attack badly enough that we can see the Spiky Ball be nice, but imagine the Giant Gauntlet in here. I mean, already, I can tell you this attack, if I could save my King ability, the Gauntlet would be better. But maybe I won't be able to save the ability that long. We'll see what ends up happening. I think I have to, like, the Eagle's nice to go into, but I think I have to go into all these heroes. We're just gonna hope. Yeah, that's always a good thing to say. We're just gonna hope. I wish I had a Skelly spell. I could probably drop a freeze for a Skelly in this army. I'm gonna pop the water because I want to get through this compartment, and hopefully my P.E.K.K.A can set a funnel to where all my Root Riders go the same way, or maybe they go into the core. I have no idea where they go next. Well, I'm gonna stop them going into the core. We do activate that Poison Tower, and that Poison Tower is gonna do nothing, but it's also not gonna reload. Now, during all this, we have to keep in mind that, well, there comes my VALKs out of the CC. We have to keep in mind that the CC is still up, the defensive CC. That's why I haven't placed my Royal Champion yet. I don't really want to... Actually, I can place it there. Please do not split CC. Okay, that's annoying. CC just straight up split. But now my RC can isolate a multi-Inferno, go in, and yeah, we're not going to see... we're not going to see... Okay. It's official. Use whatever you want. Look at this. My whole army is about to go still. The ice golem's freezing, but it's not like my troops could do anything anyway. The gauntlet would, the gauntlet and Rage Vial would just be straight up better here. I'm not stupid enough to not realize that. Took down the town hall. Oh well, we have that at least. Tell you what, this is gonna be close. Can't believe this ends up being close, but you can see the value of the town hall poison. But it doesn't really matter if you've got the Rage Vial or the Spiky Ball. Honestly, use what you want. The main benefit to the Rage Vial though is you've probably already got it upgraded. Most of you will not have the Spiky Ball, so at this stage, it doesn't really add a lot of benefit. Hopefully we have a close attack by the end of the video, or maybe I'm just too good. Alright, so this was the final attack of the day. I just crushed another terrible base, so I won't put it in the video, but I want to talk about it because it's clear that in Root Rider VALK spam, the King ability doesn't really matter as much as other armies. So, given that the ability doesn't matter much, unless you can get insane gauntlet value, run the Spiky Ball because of the extra DPS. 54 DPS is not insignificant, and it's worth running it just for that, because if the actual pressing of the ability is not important, then bring the one with the better passive stats, and that by far is the Spiky Ball. But obviously, if you don't have the Spiky Ball upgraded, you can run the Rage Vial for ages. Don't run the Spiky Ball until you get it past level 18, because you get that 8th target for it to hit. And if you have any more questions, put them down in the comments below and we'll get back to all of them.